Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the veteran Joe Flacco and his new team, the Denver Broncos, as they match up with Jared Goff and the NFC champion LA Rams. I'll see you again with scores and updates at halftime, but for now, it's my distinct pleasure to hand things over to our broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Denver Broncos. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Tonight, 180. I got you.
On first down, it's gone. And right away, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check 52.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
We go tonight, 180. Check, 47. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
180. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. River Craycraft deep for Denver. On as the punter, Hekker, as he gets this one away. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 12th NFL season now. It's the veteran Joe Flacco. He's hitting his mid-30s now, but you think of recent years, veterans like Brady, Breeze, Rivers, and Roethlisberger excelled into their mid to late 30s. The question, can Joe Flacco continue his NFL career? Of course, the MVP of Super Bowl 47. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Flacco from the gun. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, but it's going to be 2nd down. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
And how about Phillip Lindsay's rookie season? Began the year 3rd on the depth chart. Finished it in the Pro Bowl. Not bad for an unrestricted free agent out of Colorado with speed to burn.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsay. Going up top. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The defense here for the Rams.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Flacco. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And this will be caught at the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Goff. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Well, let's showcase cornerback Kareem Jackson has brought his talents from Houston to Denver, and the Broncos are really excited about using him all over their secondary. Primarily a corner for most of his career, the last couple of seasons he swung back to safety as well, and has done a nice job in both spots.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Goff now to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams.
A 31-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On first down, Flacco. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Rams 3, Broncos
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Natson. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now it's Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Goff now looks to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
We go tonight. Black 20. Attack. Attack.
Goff on third down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Tonight, 120. Here we go, D.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. It's a gain of 35. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Zerline's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey.
Complete to Philip Lindsey. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Flacco. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Operating off play action. Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
180.
Now Goff on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Looking for Woods that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
After review of the play,
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Broncos coming hard, and it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Rams 6.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches.
180.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
On first down, gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Where's 52? Block 52.
Now a first down throw, gone. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Mike 52.
Now gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too, as we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To pass, Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Passing play, Flacco. And he's got Hireman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Flacco from midfield. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Broncos.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Flacco. The completion to Riddick. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And McManus able to put it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. In search of redemption from the pick six, Goff. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Woods the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Craycraft on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Flacco now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Flacco leaves to Lindsey on the draw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make this.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abuka. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Flacco from the gun. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
First down, Broncos. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. It's a score.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Flacco now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Flacco completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On first down, it's gone. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Rams on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Flacco. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. Yeah, they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredierd leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Third and long. It's Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. The Rams going for it on fourth. Gone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag.
Pass interference.
And on fourth down, this is a big call. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
We go tonight. Like 20. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the 50, it's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Goff. Open man here is Prohl. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw right sideline here is complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards the pickup there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To the air again. Goff. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, second and goal.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Goff throwing again. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. A sack by Todd Davis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Goff now looking to throw. And it's complete. He's got it at the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it 24-13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about right have finished to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
So Goff and the Rams down by 11, 45 seconds remaining. It's a tall order, but they do begin with decent field position on first down. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. One last throw here for Goff. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.